It began with the Black Plague. Within weeks, the dead began to rise. We have only one way to survive. We must bring the fight to them.
In a world where the grace of English manners meets the gruesome horror of the undead, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, 2016, stands out as a wild blend of classic romance and bloody chaos. The film reimagines Jane Austen's timeless tale with an apocalyptic twist set in 19th century England, where a mysterious plague has swept across the countryside, turning the dead into flesh-eating monsters. Amidst the chaos of the zombie outbreak, love, honor, and survival become a tangled web of duty and desire. This unique fusion of genres captures both the elegance of Austen's original story and the thrilling unpredictability of a zombie invasion. The story centers around Elizabeth Bennet, a fierce and intelligent young woman skilled not only in wit and conversation, but also in martial arts and swordsmanship. Alongside her four sisters, she has trained to defend herself and her family from the zombie threat that looms over England. The Bennet sisters are not just ladies of society anymore, they are warriors ready to fight the undead while navigating the complex expectations of marriage and social status. Their world is one where a polite dinner can turn into a deadly battle, and where finding true love might depend on who can survive the next attack. Elizabeth's life takes a turn when she meets the proud and mysterious Mr. Darcy, a skilled zombie slayer and wealthy gentleman whose pride and arrogance instantly clash with her independence and strong will. Their encounters are filled with tension, witty exchanges, and mutual disdain, but beneath that conflict lies an undeniable attraction. The two find themselves drawn together by both their combat skills and their shared determination to protect their world from the zombie apocalypse. As love and war collide, their relationship becomes the film's central emotional thread, a mix of romance, rivalry, and resilience in a world teetering on the edge of destruction. The supporting characters add richness and humor to this chaotic setting. Mr. Bingley, Darcy's charming and good-hearted friend, develops feelings for Elizabeth's sweet sister Jane, creating a romantic subplot that mirrors the original Austen novel, but with a darker edge. The over-the-top and comically pompous Parson Collins, played with exaggerated flair, brings comic relief even amidst the gore and tension. Meanwhile, the scheming and powerful Lady Catherine de Bourgh, reimagined as a formidable warrior in her own right, adds intrigue and intensity to the story. Every character is caught between manners and mayhem, making their struggles for love and survival equally captivating. Visually, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies brings together the beauty of English countryside estates and the horror of the undead with a gothic, stylish atmosphere. The film's production design is filled with lush period costumes, candlelit ballrooms, and dark, misty battlefields. The elegant dances at grand balls now hide the constant tension of possible zombie attacks, making every polite smile or bow feel like a moment before chaos erupts. The contrast between the refined social world and the gruesome violence creates a fascinating visual tone that keeps the audience both enchanted and on edge. The cast delivers performances that balance seriousness with satire. Lily James shines as Elizabeth Bennet, portraying her as both a graceful lady and a fierce fighter. Her sharp expressions and commanding presence make her a heroine who embodies strength, intelligence, and emotion all at once. Sam Riley as Mr. Darcy brings a brooding intensity to the role, transforming the classic character into a dark, battle-hardened soldier whose pride hides vulnerability. Their chemistry crackles with energy, whether they are exchanging cutting words or crossing swords in a duel filled with both passion and aggression. The film's tone shifts seamlessly from dark humor to romance to action. It never takes itself too seriously, which is part of its charm. The absurdity of blending Jane Austen's delicate social satire with bloodthirsty zombies could have easily fallen flat, but the movie's self-aware approach makes it entertaining. The witty dialogue keeps the spirit of Austen's original language while adding clever references to the zombie theme. Scenes that once revolved around social embarrassment or reputation now carry life or death stakes, turning traditional courtship into a dangerous game of survival. The action scenes are surprisingly well choreographed, giving the Bennet sisters moments to showcase their deadly skills. From elegant sword fights in ball gowns to chaotic battles in crumbling villages, the film balances beauty and brutality with flair. Elizabeth's confrontations with the undead are thrilling, and her training sequences emphasize both her discipline and her defiance of traditional female roles. The movie celebrates her independence. She's not waiting to be rescued. She's leading the charge. The martial art sequences, inspired by Eastern combat techniques, add an unexpected layer of style, making the film feel like a mashup of period drama and fantasy action. At its heart, the movie retains the central theme of pride and prejudice, the struggle between love and pride, between societal expectations and personal desires. Even surrounded by zombies, the characters must face their own inner flaws and judgments. Darcy's pride and Elizabeth's prejudice remain the emotional core, proving that even in a world overrun by the undead, human emotions and misunderstandings remain timeless. This blend of classic romance and supernatural horror turns the familiar love story into something unpredictable, where every glance or confession could be interrupted by a sudden attack. The film's pacing keeps things engaging, balancing quiet, emotional moments with bursts of high-intensity action. The eerie score enhances the gothic tone, while the editing maintains tension throughout. The use of practical effects and makeup for the zombies gives the creatures a gritty realism, avoiding an over-reliance on CGI. These undead are grotesque but not comical. They serve as both physical and symbolic threats to the structured, polite society that Austen originally wrote about. The infection becomes a metaphor for corruption, pride, and moral decay in a world obsessed with status. While the film may not appeal to purists of classic literature, it offers a fresh and entertaining take on a story that has been adapted countless times. Its willingness to experiment, to mix elegance with horror, makes it memorable. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies stands as proof that even the most refined tales can find new life through bold imagination. It's a film that doesn't try to replace Austen's masterpiece, but rather celebrates it with a wild and bloody twist, giving modern audiences a reason to rediscover the timeless characters in a whole new light. The trailer for the film gave audiences a taste of this daring concept, beautiful Victorian settings filled with sword fights, explosions, and zombie hordes. It promised both romance and action, appealing to fans of both period dramas and supernatural thrillers. When the movie was released, it sparked curiosity for its originality, with audiences eager to see how such an unusual concept would work. Despite its mixed critical reception, the film gained a cult following among viewers who appreciated its dark humor, stylish visuals, and fearless creativity. Each moment in the film feels like a collision between two worlds, the civilized and the savage, the elegant and the horrific. The traditional scenes of polite conversation and matchmaking now pulse with tension, as survival becomes just as important as social reputation. Elizabeth's defiance of norms mirrors her defiance of death itself, and Darcy's gradual transformation from prideful to compassionate is mirrored by his willingness to fight not just zombies, but his own ego. The film cleverly uses the zombie apocalypse as an exaggerated stage for emotional evolution. In the end, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is more than just a parody. It's an imaginative reworking that honors the source material while fearlessly stepping into new territory. It takes the themes of class, love, and moral judgment and places them in a world where swords replace words and survival tests character more than status ever could. It's a love story wrapped in horror, a satire wrapped in elegance, and an adventure that refuses to be defined by a single genre. For fans of both classic literature and thrilling action, this film offers the best of both worlds, the beauty of Austen's writing combined with the adrenaline of a post-apocalyptic fight for survival. The final act ties together romance, revenge, and redemption in an explosive conclusion that feels both emotional and cinematic. Elizabeth and Darcy's journey proves that true love can survive pride, prejudice, and even zombies. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies remains a fascinating cinematic experiment, a film that transforms a beloved classic into a fierce, funny, and unforgettable tale of love and survival. It may not follow every convention of Austen's world, but it captures the heart of her message, that courage, honesty, and love endure even in the darkest of times. And as the smoke clears and the undead fall, what remains is a story that blends heart and horror with remarkable style, a reminder that even in the face of death, romance never truly dies.